Hi guys! In this video today I'm talking about my health or disease, depending on your point of view. Psoriasis. In my attitude today I see it healthy. So far my medical story was private, but in my haircut video I saw some dandruff, like white powder in my hair. It was not cocaine, it was psoriasis, it's the name of the disease, it's skin disease. And I thought I'm talking about in this video because people who suffer on it, maybe it helps them. And psoriasis, I have the mnemonic, the Ray in Amsterdam, so the Amsterdam Convention Center is called Ray, so PSO, psoriasis. Very simple to remember but hard to pronounce. Rival in Automobilindustrie, it's the Dutch word for Ray. I don't know why it's called automobile industry, the convention center. Maybe there is an exhibition about automobile. And I just know because I'm so many times in Amsterdam that I know the convention center is called Ray, like psoriasis. So in this video I'm explaining what helped me and what didn't, and I'm talking about a good thing on it, why I don't see it as a disease. First, what is psoriasis? It's a skin disease. That means there are raised areas of abnormal skin, like here. It's really light for me, for my skin, because for me it's almost good, but there were times it was very bad. And what you see on my elbows, it's dry, itchy, scratchy skin with flakes, like in the video, especially in the hair. It's similar like dandruff, flakes, and yeah, it's scratchy, itchy and scratchy and flaky plaque. If I'm with other people in a room, it's not like that they can get it just from the air, like COVID. So it's an autoimmune illness, disease, so it's not dangerous for other people. And most people, they have it, is mostly not physical dangerous. So it's just, yeah, it's itchy, scaly skin. And of course, maybe the worst thing on it, other people think, what's that on his hair, on his head, all this flaky plaque dust parts. So second, if you have it, you may know already, if you go to the doctor, he will give you a cortisone salve, ointment. Maybe, depending on your tan, he will prescribe you a light therapy with UVB, ultraviolet type B, like this device in the background, it's a solarium, a light therapy. Or if it's especially in the hair, I also have a light comb, because the comb is not the solarium is not reaching all the skin areas on my head, and the head is probably the worst part of all the skin. There was a helicopter, so I have paused. Another therapy is with salt water. The best thing is the Dead Sea. You may remember from the video 3 years ago, I have visited Israel to go to the Dead Sea, and it helped a lot. And another good therapy, maybe the best therapy, is take care on your mental health. And as I said in the introduction, for me it's not a disease, it's a health. So it's an acceptable gift. Psoriasis, because there are much worse disease like cancer maybe, and as long as I have psoriasis, more than 10 years now, almost 20, I don't have other disease. So I remember my childhood. I got childhood disease like chickenpox, fever, and especially in the cold winter months from Halloween to Carnival, in these months I got every time the flu. And then later when I went to the elementary school, I got herpes all the time. So my lips were herpes, really bad, really itchy. And then maybe you think in the puberty it went worse, but it was away, the herpes, because I got acne. So got a lot of acne on my face, and then I went to the doctor because it was always bad, and he gave me an ointment, balsam, and I took it every day. Acne was away, but there was a side effect, an undesirable effect. I got plaque tooth. Yeah, and then I went to I stopped using this ointment, and thankfully the acne stood away, but I had the plaque tooth, and I went to the dentist, and he said it's not covered by the insurance, by the health insurance. I have to pay for it, and said I didn't have the money, so I just kept the plaque tooth. And then one day I got a new dentist, and he made it clean. And in this time, I was around 20 years. Everything was fine. There was no herpes, no fever, flu in the winter months, and also no acne anymore. But it became scaly, itchy on my head at the first, and then a psoriasis came. But I didn't know what it is. I just visited some doctors, and there were many issues. Also, my eyes were crossed, so I got from the oculist a squint diagnosis, and went from one oculist to another, and then later in Frankfurt in the big hospital they made all day diagnosis and suggested me that they can make an operation to remove it. Normally it's done in the childhood, but however I haven't been there in the childhood, so in the age there is a higher risk, so I decided not to do the operation. And sometimes when I'm tired I still have crossed eyes. The trick is, for me, if I'm tired, I'm sleeping, next day the squint is away. Another issue I had were communication. So it sounds funny. I went to the logopedic. I made there a speech therapy against lisp, because this is also the reason why I don't like the TH in English, like health. I say health instead of health, because I strongly avoid the lisp in my speech, because I made a long therapy, more than a half year at the logopedics, because it was just an aesthetic thing of my voice to avoid lisp. But let's get back to the psoriasis. psoriasis. I did not know what I have, and I went to many skin doctors and allergy tests. So one I remember one doctor did a prick test and on my arm, and then after visiting him the next year when the substances were in the air, I were allergic because I did this test and the test said you're allergic, and then I was allergic. And I also did another test. They cut some beef from me out of my skin and looked on it on the microscope if they didn't find anything. Of course, blood testing. And one skin doctor got the idea, maybe it's psoriasis, and then he looked and said, yes, this is psoriasis. And I got cortisone ointment, and I used it every day, and this made it really bad, because every point, every red plaque I tried, it were doubled, and some months later all my body looked like chickenpox, and nobody could see it because I had clothes, but on my hand it was very bad because people asked me, what's that on your hand, and is it dangerous, can I get it, and please keep distance. This was a really bad time. Also in the job interview they asked me, what's that on your hand? Yeah, this is psoriasis. Oh, okay. And then I think I have said it in another video. I have an internship in the United States in California, Orange County. And during my entry in the country, the customs asked me as well, what's that on your hand? And I explained psoriasis. Okay, he called an interpreter and he translated him. Oh, this is just psoriasis, and it's not dangerous, everything, it's fine, and many people have it. Okay, go. And during this internship in California, I think it was from September to February, over the winter months, and all the sunshine, sunny California, and the salt water from the Pacific coast, it was really good for my skin, so it went much better, but there was still the plaque on my hand. And during that time, around 2006, that was, I smoked every day cigarettes, maybe a whole package, a whole box, 20 cigarettes a day, sometimes not every day, but maybe minimum was 10, maximum about 25. And in California, it was at this time already that they did not smoke in the office and in the restaurants, and in Germany they smoked everywhere, even in the university, in the canteen of the university I studied, they smoked in the offices, not in all, but in the most offices it was allowed, and also in restaurants, pretty normal that one person eat and the other person smokes cigarette. This was the situation in Germany, but in California they were a bit advanced, and I had also a partner who did not smoke, so coming back to Germany as a non-smoker, it was a big advantage. So I decided, if I don't stop here, quit smoking, then I will quit never. And I remember I got a bad cause about not so bad, so maybe a weekend I was off and I smoked my last cigarette on this weekend. And guess what? 2 weeks later, all the plaque, all the psoriasis plaque went away and everything was fine. Some little pieces on my body still were with psoriasis, but I changed from this time. I changed my attitude that I can be thankful to just have psoriasis because it's not that bad, and it's a warning signal for me about my body, like the cigarette. It was poisoned me, and the psoriasis said, be careful on your body, something is wrong. I stopped smoking, everything was fine. And then when I was back in Germany, it was in summer everything was fine, but in the winter month again, because Germany is not like sunny California, it went every winter, it went better. And guess I had a lot of respect getting it again on my hand. So I was sitting in the office and looked on my hand, because when there was a little plaque point, looked at this point every 5 minutes if it's growing. I made every day pictures of my hand, just to compare if it's growing, if it's getting worse, or if it's keeping like it is. Because I was troubled that when I still have these hands again, like in the past, I have to go to California to get it away. And luckily it went worse, so it was all the time in the winter months just small pieces on my body. And last year I bought this machine. It is not new, so it was for low money to get, and I have used it in the winter months every day. Now I stopped using it in February, and I just go outside into the sun to get some light on my skin, and this is helping me a lot. I want to have long hair again, and the issue is that the light doesn't reach my skin if I have long hair, so I make this kind of undercut and let my hair grow. And I think the most area of my head is covered by the light, so it will work. But the best way would be to have a skin hat. But I don't like a skin hat, so as long as I still have hair, luckily, I will keep it. I had only one time long hair. I was 14 years old. Here some pictures. It's my family. It was just to look for the English word, it was the communion of my sister. And 14 years old, the maximum length of hair I ever had, about this, I think, here on the picture. And then I've cut it, and I had always short hair. And now I'm getting long hair again, and I will do this undercut to get the light on my skin, on the head too. And let's see if this is working. I'm really excited how long my hair will be. I guess I don't can make it too long, but yeah, let's see. You will see it here on the channel. And if you have any questions about psoriasis, just write a comment. If I have some idea, I will answer you. And I thank you for watching. See you next time.